Hello, glad to see you back. Welcome to part 2 of my World Poetry Day celebration. Now, the last time we left off, we just finished reading Wild Dreams and Louder Voices, the Poetry Anthology. So now we are going to continue our little celebration by reading one of my most recent books, Kumu Kanda by Keo Chingoni. Now, I won this book at a raffle at the recent Hippies in the Patrick Center in the Hippodrome, alongside two others that you will see later on. So I haven't read this a lot recently because I've been busy with college and that, but I will read one that I haven't read before. So I think it will have to be. Oh fudge. Yes. How to build cathedrals after Kildo Borelli's. To think when the Cessna's wheels bumped the makeshift runway, womenfolk walked uncovered, and the men knew nothing of their godly duties. I started them on the Gospels. Marianne instilled the final points of feminine deportment. Before long, they knew the principal scriptures by heart and could recite the Hail Mary in the perfect broken English our predecessors bequeathed them. We've had a number of successes. Children wake afraid of God's wrath, ladies wear brassieres, and the gents cease gambling on the Sabbath day. In the last sermon for hurricane season, I say, tapping my breast, this is a church. Again, Kumukanda by Keo Chingoni, potentially a future headliner at the Ode. So when I do see him, if he does come to the Ode sometime, I will congratulate him about this, because I actually do love it. The next book is another book I got with Kumukanda. It's called Raw Wounds, and unlike Kumukanda, it was made by one of the headliners at the night, Konwani Fidel. Now, the strange thing is, it's actually got a assessment, like a story inside. So there's like a couple of poems. So one I read is the first one that comes out. It's called Only in America. My privilege can save you where God can't. Only in America. Your brethren ain't your brethren no more. They say heaven ain't heaven no more. We cling to clouds, we roll up on shores, roll up and realize heaven ain't heaven no more. Children run around cold visiting rooms, waiting to see daddy who fell victim to the 13th Amendment. Our visits feel like 5 minutes. We want to be just like our daddies. Mass incarceration is a bully, shaking a blind bum for his change, leaving him broker than before. No matter how hard you try, you can't cage Luke Cage forever. That's beauty. I pray, feet nailed to the floor. If you look hard enough, it's beauty in the struggle. Maybe it's better here because I heard that heaven ain't heaven no more. Again, Raw Wounds, Kodwani Fidel. Get it? He is from the USA and he is going to be motherfucking huge. Well, they all were huge. So next up is another book that I got from Hippies, but not at a raffle. It's called Thanks for Nothing Hippies by Sarah Clancy from Ireland. Now I haven't read this in ages because I just found it in the garage. So I think the one I'll go for is the one I haven't read. So this should be strange. Also, I gotta actually move the camera. I'm so sorry, but I really have to move the camera because my feet are killing me. Okay. This one's called No Man's Land. You know you can seek asylum here anytime you want on these rain-drowned nights. Just knock at my front door late on. I won't overwhelm you with welcomes. By now we know it takes a little time for us to readjust. So you can shower, leave wet clothes drying in the kitchen. I'll make tea and get you something dry of mine to wear, and we could listen to late night radio while we slide into the old shoes of us and sleep together like inverted commas. Tomorrow over breakfast, I'll ask you not to overthink things but you probably want Oriental beads. That's your way to face for home. But you know, and I do. This is no, oh man. This no man's land is just that. It borrows no territory from anyone, and we can seek our shelter here any time we want. Again, thanks, loving hippies, Sarah Clancy. Okay, so the next book we discussing, which is the final book in this part, is called The Shame Chronicles by my good friend Katie Newman. Now, this is the first book in what I believe is called the well, that happened. I think it'd be best if I move the camera back, because this is just gonna be so goddamn awkward. Okay, so camera's back. Okay. So again, Shame Chronicles, Katie Newman. Poem I read to you is called let's go with PCOS God. Okay. PCOS God. My name means pure, for my mother is a witless ironic. Babies, my mother tells me, will cure everything. She tells me of a suicidal teenage drug addict saved. I say what a hoot and have a million babies. I have breasts the size of beanbags, my hips can't fit through doors. I eat my own eggs, so many eggs. Placentas, mother says, are the sweetest part. I eat so many placentas the babies are starving. I squirt out so many babies, I am immortal. That was actually kind of weird creeped out by that book, but yeah. The Shame Chronicles, Katie Newman. I don't think it's out now, but if you do know anyone who has this, right, then ask them to read to you, or speak to the person behind it, Katie Newman. She's a rising poet, and she's going to be, again, fucking huge. They'll all be huge, so why am I saying that? Anyways, this is going to be the end of part 2. Again, I will upload part 3 either tomorrow or later on in tonight. Maybe tomorrow, because I'll be tired by the end of make part 3. But yeah, stick around for part 3 when I review my final books, which are Breaking Point by Paul Francis, Happy by Clive Osmond, Poetry is Jazz, Welcome to Punk Rock by Dave, not on Facebook Pit, and In These Days of Prohibition by Caroline Bird. And until then, I will see you lot in part 3. I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.